Welcome to Tech Out Loud. I'm Matt.
And I'm Randy. Today we're going to be answering who the king of broadband is, cable or DSL.
What you'll need to know when buying a graphics card.
Websites in different countries.
And are high-def televisions bad for small children? And the response to our first show has been overwhelming.
Yeah, and also on the first show, Matt asked y'all to email us with any questions y'all may have had, and we got a few emails. We're going to try to get to as many as we possible.
And we're only going to answer about 4 questions per show, and any questions we don't answer, we'll go ahead and answer those on the email, and we may use the questions on a later show, just depending on how many we get.
So Matt, did you hear about what's going on with Dig lately?
Oh man, that big drama. I don't know if y'all are familiar, but someone submitted a story called Trouble in Digville, where it's about like the top 100 users controlling the homepage of Dig. It's crazy. And, you know, if y'all don't know what Dig is, it's a social news network where a user would submit a story and it's brought to the homepage of Dig by people digging it, if that makes sense. So basically, the top 100 users, which I don't know if it's a conspiracy, if they're working together, or if it's just coincidental, they dig each other's story and put them all on the front page, so they're dug.
Kind of messes up the benefit as far as the way it's supposed to work.
Right, and Kevin Rose responded to many angry diggers and has implemented a new algorithm that changes the way it weighs what is dug. Instead of just counting how many people dig a certain story, it's more based on how many different people dig a story. For instance, say you post a story and someone from World News digs it, and then someone from Gaming digs it, and someone from Hardware digs it, then that's going to have more weight than someone who's just all tech news people digging it. So it got a lot of people in an uproar, really, and really all I can say is who cares? I mean, you know, why are these people putting so much weight on Dig anyways?
Yeah.
It's a news story, and a lot of stories that are on the homepage are generally good anyways, right?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, sometimes I'll see something, I'm like, how did that get to the homepage?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
But it's just preference of what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah, I hear you. So, you know, I think today's going to be a real good show. We got a lot of good questions in, and, you know, it's just going to be a real good show. What about you, Lisa? Are you excited to be here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I call enthusiasm. Okay, how about that first question?
Okay, our first question is, I have DSL and my friend has cable. He says cable is faster than DSL. Is that true? And how can I figure out how fast my DSL is?
Well, what do you think, Randy?
Well, I personally seem to like cable better. To me, cables seems more reliable for me.
Yeah.
Experience I've had. Right now, I'm on DSL right now through Comcast.
Okay. Wait. You said you're on cable now?
No. Well, no. It's actually...
You're DSL through Bell
No,
South?
but I'm sorry, yeah. I'm DSL through Bell South.
Okay. I did a little research into it, and for the most part, cable is faster than DSL, and it has a lot to do with where you are.
Yeah,
if you're in a highly populated area and more people are using cable, it's going to slower your connection. But if you're out in the boondocks and running cable, it's probably going to be a lot faster than DSL. So.
And also, I heard DSL, it depends on how far you are away from a switch.
Oh yeah.
As far as the phone company.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So.
Like out here, I can only get 3 megs, but Bell South offers up to 5. And being that I'm so far from the stretch, I can only get 3. And as far as the second question and that first question, to test your speed, there's a place called speedtest.net, which I was turned on to by Dig Nation with Kevin Rose and Alex Albright. Yeah. He's a big fan of Alex Albright, by the way. But anyways, all you do is you go there, it'll graphically show different servers you can ping from, and you just click on the server and it shows you your network speed from your computer to the server, and it's pretty sweet. So how about for that second question? You ready for that second question?
Yeah, Matt, we're ready for the second question.
Go
So
ahead.
Lisa, what's the second question for us today?
Okay, the second question is, If you visit a website in a different country, will the site be in the language of the country that you're in?
Yes and no. Websites sometimes will have something in it that will figure out where you're at and then change the language accordingly. And some other websites have different variations of the websites specifically made for that country.
Like eBay, for example, is a very popular site. eBay.com is a regular American site. You get ebay.ca and you get the Canada version of it.
Oh yeah, yep.
Also with Amazon also.
Oh yeah, so it just really depends on the site maker.
For example, TECHoutLOUD is here in America.
Yeah, you go to TECHoutLOUD in Japan, it's going to still be in English.
It's be in English because we produced it in America in English.
Yes, yes we did. Very interesting question. Okay, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. And welcome back to Tech Out Loud with Man Randy.
Now, Lisa, what's our third question?
Our third question is, I'm getting into gaming and I'm thinking of upgrading my graphics card. I don't have a lot of money, so I was wondering, what's the difference between GDDR2 and GDDR3?
To answer your question, what's the difference between GDDR2 and GDDR3 is that DDR3 is newer and it runs cooler, so therefore you get faster speeds. And you're not on a lot of money, so there are more important things to look at when buying a graphics card. For instance, you want to look at the pixel pipelines, the more the better. And another thing you want to look at is the memory interface. Again, the higher the number, the better. So you can buy a relatively cheap card, just make sure if you're comparing two, pick the one that has more pixel pipelines and the one that has the larger memory interface.
So, Matt, how much you think they'll spend on a good graphics card?
Shoot, I don't know. I mean,
roughly.
You can get a middle of the road graphics card from 100 to 150. And you can get more of the top of the line graphics card for around $300.
I say if you want to play games, get an Xbox.
No way, man. Computer gaming rules.
Good question, though.
Yeah, really good question. And how about the fourth question?
Okay, our fourth and final question for today is, are high-def televisions bad for young children to view?
Okay, I did a little bit of research and I have found nothing that says high-definition televisions are bad for children. I've emailed you back and you haven't responded, and I don't understand where the logic comes from.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. To me, it'd be better because it'd be a clear picture. At least they're watching something good quality.
Yeah.
I mean, think about in the old days, you have old black and white static TV, you're probably ruin your eyes.
Yeah, really.
At least they're watching
crystal
the best.
clear.
I mean, I wish I was a kid with high def. That'd be great.
Yeah.
So that wraps it up, I think, Matt.
I think so. That wraps it up.
But y'all make sure I apologize again for not being here last episode. I was away taking care of some other tech business, but I will be here next week. And make sure you send your questions to techoutloud@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And thank you for everyone that responded to the first episode with your questions. Sorry if we didn't get to your question. We'll email you back and try to figure out what your problem is, and may use your questions in later shows. And if you want to check us out throughout the week, you can do so at TechOutLoud.com, myspace.com/TechOutLoud, and dig.com/TechOutLoud. We also set up a Cafe Press store, so you can support us and spread the word for Tech Out Loud by buying a shirt. And I want to thank you for watching. And always remember, let's talk about tech.